National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. First play, Mills looking to pass. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And the Rams at 4-7 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. They'll go again here with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Looking to throw is Mills. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready, ready. Low check. 52 blaster.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now back to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan? Introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Let's go.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, thanks. Ready?
2nd and 11. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Mills from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Mills. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mills. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Throwing, Mills. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
On the set.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his... Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 44, Mills. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a bit of steam going.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Mills to throw it. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Mills. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd down. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
97.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
Ready,
Coming to
ready.
the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Check, pink.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 5. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Mills throw here hauled in by Cup.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Going right back to Akers.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That'll be caught. It's Cup. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Rams are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week, and now he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the handoff, it's Akers.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Here's Mills. That's out to the flat for Akers. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. The give running right is Akers. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 24-yard line.
Let's go. Toe 7, baby. Toe 7.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Now a run with Akers.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Here's Akers. They try and run.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Okay, Drake.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles.
And now here is another interception.
Tanner Muse with it. And the Rams are going to have it here just past the 25. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Here's Akers.
Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the counter, this is Akers.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Mills now from the 50. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
Okay? An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.